Добрый день, здравствуйте, это Песков. Как меня слышно?
Good afternoon. Hello, this is Peskov. How can you hear me?
6 апреля, понедельник.
Good afternoon, Dmitry Sergeyevich. We can hear you well. Hello, everyone. It is April 6th, Monday. Putin is in the Kremlin. Today is a day without any significant public events. There is routine work, meetings, internal meetings. The President will have a public meeting with the head of Aeroflot, Sergei Alexandrovsky. The company is a system that is developing in the aviation industry. There are many topics for discussion. Today, the head of the company will inform the President about the state of affairs and the prospects for development. This meeting will be public, we will show it. All other contacts of the head of state will not be public. This is what we can say about the President's schedule. We in turn want to join everyone who congratulates Margarita Simonyan on her birthday today. President Putin sent her a congratulatory telegram on her birthday. We wish Margarita, first of all, good health and all the best. What questions do you have? Can I ask some news? Go ahead. Tell me, please. Is the Kremlin aware of the allegedly preparatory trip of Utkov and Kushner to Kiev after Easter? Do you think the trilateral negotiations that began after the beginning of the conflict in the Middle East will revive them in Ukraine? No, we do not know for sure what is planned. We heard the statements of representatives of the Kiev regime that such a question may be on the agenda, that is, the arrival of Utkov and Kushner. As for the negotiation process, yes, it is still on pause. The Americans have a lot to do, and it is difficult to get together in a trilateral format in this regard. At the same time, the Ukrainians continue their conversation with the Americans, and we also continue to exchange information with the Americans on the channels that we have. Thank you. You are welcome. Dmitry Sergeyevich, can I ask a question? Yes, please. The question is about Trump's yesterday's statement in the address to Iran, in which he, in non-conformist expressions, demanded that Iran open the Armenian Strait or collide with Aden and prepare for the day of power plants and bridges. Did the Kremlin see these statements and how can it comment on them? We saw these statements and prefer not to comment on them. We note that the level of tension in the region is growing, continues to grow. In fact, the entire region is on fire. These are all very dangerous and negative consequences of the aggression that was unleashed against Iran. The geography of this conflict has expanded, and now we are all noting the consequences that we have, including very negative consequences for the global economy. Since the very beginning, even before the start of hostilities, we have warned that such consequences are inevitable. Anything else? Thank you very much. And the second question is about the explosive devices that were found on the gas pipeline in Serbia, and the joint decision of Serbia, Hungary and Turkey to monitor the condition of the Turkish port in order not to allow possible sabotage against it. How can this all be commented on? The situation is potentially very dangerous. We know that the infrastructure, various sections of the infrastructure of the Turkish and Blue Stream, were repeatedly attacked by the Kiev regime. We know that there is no additional evidence of those who may be behind the attempts to attack the European territory, this most important energy artery, which is now operating in a very tense regime. Before that, as we know, the Kiev regime had a direct relationship with such acts of sabotage against the critical energy structure. It is highly likely that this time, too, some traces of the Kiev regime's interference will be found. We hope that the Russian Federation will, of course, take necessary measures to ensure the safety of this infrastructure. And we hope that Hungary and Serbia will also take measures to try to minimize the threat to these gas pipelines. We also hope that during the recent contacts with Zelensky in Ankara, the Kiev regime's head pointed out the inadmissibility of such aggressive actions against the infrastructure of the Southern and Blue Streams.
Мы также надеемся, что в ходе недавних контактов с Зеленским в Анкаре руководителю киевского режима было указано на недопустимость таких агрессивных действий в отношении инфраструктуры Южного и Голубых потоков.